Great. Good afternoon. It is real pleasure for us to welcome the Emmy-nominated actress and star of the show Stranger Things, Millie Bobby Brown, as well as Unicef's Director of Communication, Paloma Escudero. They are here to briefly talk to you about the importance of empowering children as part of Unicef's commemoration of International Children's Day. So, Paloma, welcome.
Thank you so much. Happy World Children's Day to you all. Today is a very special day for UNICEF and for many, many children around the world. Today we are all going blue for children's rights, and you can see we are all dressed in blue. And today is a day where millions of children and young people around the world are given a voice to be saying the things that are important to them, but also we are giving a voice to young people and to children to be advocating for the issues they care about. Today, we are going blue for all those 260 million children and young people who cannot go to school, who have never seen a primary class or a secondary class. Also, today we are going blue for the 650 girls and women who were married before the age of 18. Also, we are going blue for the 5.4 million children younger than 5 years old that are dying every year because of preventable diseases. Today is the day for children by children, and we want to make sure that we put children's issues and children's rights at the spotlight of the public agenda. And this is why today I could say is a historical day for UNICEF, because we are appointing our youngest ever Goodwill Ambassador. And today, on behalf of UNICEF Executive Director, Mrs. Henrietta Ford, I have the honor and the privilege to be welcoming Millie Bobby Brown to the UNICEF family. She's taking quite a big role on her shoulders. She's 14 years old, but she has already proven an amazing commitment as an advocate for children. She's already using her voice, her fame, her amazing social media platform to be talking about issues that children and young people like her care about. I hope she's very proud of joining an amazing group of UNICEF Goodwill Ambassadors. She's joining David Beckham, Orlando Bloom, Priyanka Chopra, Shakira. She's joining also those Goodwill Ambassadors who initiated this commitment with UNICEF. She's joining Audrey Hepburn, Danny Kaye. And it is important to remember that what she's doing today is an enormous act of generosity, because she's going to be devoting a lot of time to learn about UNICEF work, to be traveling with us, but also she's going to be advocating for something that is one of the most precious things that the UN has created in the last 30 years. She's going to be the advocate for the Convention of the Child of the Rights, who was approved in this building 30 years ago. So, Millie, on behalf of the UNICEF family all around the world, thank you so much for your commitment, and I am extremely proud to be appointing you today UNICEF youngest ever Goodwill Ambassador. The floor is yours.
Okay, wow, that's a lot. Okay, thank you for Paloma for such a warm welcome. And a happy World Children's Day, everyone. I see not all of you are wearing blue, which is a disappointment. It's a pleasure to be at the United Nations to celebrate World Children's Day, a day where we celebrate children using their voices on the issues that affect us all. That's why World Children's Day is so important for me. This is a day for us. It is also a huge honor to be appointed UNICEF's youngest ever Goodwill Ambassador. Given UNICEF's global role as the world's leading voice for children and young people, to be the youngest ever Goodwill Ambassador for UNICEF is more than an honor. It's a powerful privilege. And as the saying goes, with great power comes great responsibility. So today, I am officially stepping into my role as a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador, and I'm committing to this promise. I will speak out for the millions of children and young people whose voices have been silenced for far too long. I will shine a light on the issues that vulnerable children and young people have suffered around the world, including representing them at places where they haven't yet had a seat at the table. And most of all, I will make sure children and young people know their rights, and I will do everything I can to empower them to be the change they want to see in the world. As I stand here now, millions of children do not have access to education. Millions don't have a safe place to call home. Millions don't have nourishing food, vaccines, or clean water to keep them healthy or strong. It's my wish that every child, no matter where they live or the circumstances they were born into, have the chance to be heard. We have the passion, the fire, and the ideas to make the change. In becoming a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador, I share the title with a hero of mine, the late, great Audrey Hepburn, who once said, "As you grow older, you will discover that you have two hands, one for helping others and one for helping yourself." And that's exactly what I intend to do. I'm looking forward to traveling to see UNICEF's amazing work and meeting as many children as I can. I want to inspire my fans to come on this journey with me, to learn with me, and to raise their voices with mine. Starting today, let's remind ourselves of our rights as children. And let's demand those rights, not just for ourselves, but for every child here. So on World Children's Day, please join me and thousands of children around the world in taking actions for children today. Please go blue. Thank you.
Thank you. And Millie will take 2 questions. Sherwin?
Hi, Millie. My name is Sherwin Bryce-Pease. I'm a correspondent for South African Broadcasting. And on behalf of the UN Correspondents Association, it's always good to see young people with a platform and a voice like yours. What's your message to the world leaders in this building and around the world about what it is you seek to achieve for children around the world? And feel free to mention some specific world leaders that perhaps whose attention you might want to get.
Well, our message, and when I say our, I mean us children, not just me. Our message to world leaders is to hear our voices. Even though we are young, we are still powerful and we have voices, and we want to shine a light on issues that are not spoken about.
Maggie?
Hi, welcome. I'm Margaret Bashir with the Voice of America. As Paloma mentioned, 260 million children out of school, many of them in conflict zones. So as you travel and meet kids, what's your message going to be to them about the need to study, no matter what your situation is, in order to get ahead and have a better life?
Fortunately, I have a platform where I can help people and children to get a better education no matter what circumstances they are in. One of the reasons I'm so excited to work with UNICEF is because they are so driven to find a better way for education for children, and that's so important to me also. So I'm really excited to work with them on children's education. That's one of my most exciting things, and I think it's such an honor and such a privilege to try and help people's education and help them study. I think it's so important to me.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I think Paloma will present you with the official T-shirt.
So we are going to do the official photo we have for every Goodwill Ambassador, whatever it is. Eh? Thank you so much.
Just one more over here. Thank you. Thank you both very much.
Thank you. Thank you to everybody. Thank you so much. That way. Thank you. Thank you to
Thank you.
everybody.
And we'll be back
Thank
with the
you.
regular program in 2-3 minutes.
Thank you, Stefan. Thank you.